Hey, Invincible fam, welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving deep into the heart of the series, into the character that literally carries the show's name on his shoulders. Sometimes barely, let's be real. We're talking about Mark Grayson, aka Invincible. Now, in a show packed with characters as complex, terrifying, and downright cool as Omni-Man, Adam Eve, Alan the Alien, even Battle Beast has his hardcore fans. Why does Mark still stand out? Is he really the most popular? That's debatable, and let's be honest, Omni-Man throws a huge shadow. But I argue Mark holds a unique place in our hearts. He's not just powerful, he's us, thrown into impossible circumstances. Let's break down why. Remember the beginning, before the world-ending threats and the Viltrumite drama? Mark was just Mark, juggling high school, a part-time job at Burger Mart, which, let's be real, looked soul-crushing, and awkward crushes. He wasn't born a hero, groomed from birth. He was waiting for powers he wasn't even sure he'd get. And when they did hit, it wasn't this epic, graceful moment. It was panic, confusion, accidentally throwing a trash bag into orbit. That's gold. And the costumes? Oh God, the early costumes. From the dollar store looking yellow and blue to whatever that other thing was. Bless Art Rosenbaum's heart for saving us all. Anyone else remember cringing a little? Let me know! This initial phase grounds him. He's not some alien god descending from on high. He's a kid from Illinois dealing with the most insane puberty growth spurt imaginable. That relatability is the bedrock of his character. But being invincible isn't just about cool flights and punching bad guys. Mark learns this the hard way. Fast. Remember the Flaxen invasion? His first real taste of large-scale battle, and he gets absolutely wrecked. Multiple times. Or facing villains like Machine Head's crew, including Battle Beast? That wasn't a fight. It was a near-death experience that showed him, and us, the brutal reality. This isn't Saturday morning cartoons. People get hurt. Heroes fail. And then, the ultimate betrayal. Learning the truth about his father, Omni-Man. The hero he worshipped, the man who taught him everything, was a lie. The weight of that revelation is immense, and it shatters Mark's world. This isn't just about physical stakes anymore, it's about emotional devastation, the destruction of identity. How do you reconcile the loving father with the genocidal conqueror? This struggle makes him profoundly human. This brings us to the inevitable comparison, Mark versus Omni-Man. Nolan represents immense power, cold Viltrumite logic at first, and a sense of duty utterly alien to human values. He's compelling, terrifying, even tragic later on, but he's not relatable in the same way. The confrontation between them, it's legendary, not just for the insane action, the train scene anyone? Shudders, but for the ideological clash. Think, Mark, what will you have after 500 years? And Mark's response, you, Dad, I'd still have you. Boom. Right in the feels. That single line encapsulates Mark's core difference. He chooses humanity, empathy, connection, despite his power, despite his heritage, despite the logic presented to him. He refuses to become his father. That struggle, that active choice to define his own morality against such overwhelming pressure is incredibly powerful. What did you guys think of that moment? Was that the defining point for Mark? Let me know down below. The aftermath of Omni-Man's departure isn't sunshine and rainbows. Mark is traumatized, burdened. We see him dealing with PTSD, with the immense responsibility thrust upon him, and with the morally gray world of Cecil Stedman. Working with the Global Defense Agency forces him to confront uncomfortable truths. Sometimes saving the world isn't clean. Sometimes you have to make impossible choices. This adds layers to his character beyond just punching things. And we see his growth in combat too. He's smarter, more strategic, sometimes, but also carries the weight of his power more heavily. He understands the potential for destruction, the thin line he walks. He's not reckless like before, he's burdened. His relationships evolve too. The trauma impacts his connection with Amber, with Eve, with his own mother. It's messy, it's real. It shows how profound events reshape not just the hero, but the person underneath the suit. So why Mark? Why, in a universe this brutal, does this kid resonate so much? It's the relatability. He started where we could imagine ourselves. The vulnerability. He gets beaten down physically and emotionally, but he endures. He's not invincible, and that makes him stronger in our eyes. It's the moral struggle. He actively tries to be good in a world pushing him towards darkness or indifference. His heroism is earned, not given. And it's the growth. We witness his entire journey, the painful transformation from boy to man, naive kid to burdened hero. Omni-Man? He's fascinating, a powerhouse, a brilliantly complex character. His arc is incredible. But Mark is the heart. He represents the struggle to be good, the difficulty of holding on to hope and humanity when everything tries to rip it away. He's the anchor. But hey, that's just my take. Who is your ultimate favorite Invincible character and why? Is it Mark, Omni-Man, Adam Eve, someone else entirely? Let the great debate begin in the comments. All right, Invincible fam, that's all for today's deep dive. Hope you enjoyed this analysis of our boy, Mark Grayson. If you did, you know the drill. Hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and ring that notification bell so you don't miss our next breakdown. Thanks for watching, stay safe out there, and remember, don't try to throw trash bags into orbit. Seriously, catch you in the next one.